What up? It's your boy T Brown Reaction. Today is Films Friday. We're going to today's Films Friday Dead Meat Kill Count this week though. First thing first, we got the loser poll going right now. I'm gonna push that back. It's still going on. We got possible returning, but I'm gonna push it back to the next poll to let you know the results of that as well too. But you can see so far the results. As you can see, with losing picks are Mayhem, D Rising, The Mean One, the Crypt TV series, and Exorcist. So far, it's looking like the Crypt TV series could be stuck in the gulag, while Mean One could be the main one out, while the rest of them will be possibly out. Exorcist could possibly be second out the pizzle. What spot I have left on the play in. But other than that, this is looking like right now. Reason I'm saying that, excuse me, because this week I with Labor Day throwing a lot of things off though, I didn't get a chance to make a play-in poll today. So my choices were today, since the new Beetlejuice movie coming out, either do the Beetlejuice kill cut out of the release, or continue the VHS series, which is my new franchise week. And for the most results, we're going to continue the VHS series via Dead Meat. I did reacted to a VHS kill count via Count the Dead, but we're going to do the Dead Meat version, was puts in a lot of details, as it definitely did with this series. But anyway, we're now checking like VHS 2. They came out 2013, and it looks like they're doing a combined kill count commentary from all three of the commentators of Dead Meat: James, Denise, Chelsea, and Zoran. So anyway, without further ado, let's see the full detail of VHS, along with some crazy kills from VHS 2. Let's get it. And I definitely like how they broke things down with everything, with the concept of the videotapes and all that as well too. Though it was pretty cool to find out as well too. So definitely that. So anyway, let's get it. Look at this. Before I charge my headphone, my is at 40% though. All right, give me a minute. I ain't bad. Let's get it. Oh, still gotta fix this headphone situation. All right, because it's playing from I don't know why it's on me set up to the mic for some reason for sound. I don't know why it does that, but anyway, let's do it.
Hey everybody, quick note here. YouTube made us censor the hell out of this episode for various reasons. We've tried to maintain the integrity of the movie, but if you want to see the kill count how it was meant to be shown, you can do that on our Patreon for only a single $1. Please trust me when I say that we hate doing this, but with YouTube's policies, if we release the uncensored version of it, it would be detrimental to the channel. So we're just...
Alright, yep. Well, good thing I did see the kill count from Count the Dead, so I'm not too like... So it's not going to be too much of a big deal that they're going through this, but at the same time, that kind of sucks, though. Make sure I ain't not okay. Make sure I ain't not done the cases for these SD cards I got going on. But anyway, let's keep going. Let's get it.
Just doing what we can. Sorry, thanks. It's still a good episode,
it's all good.
So enjoy.
It's all good. It comes with territory, you know. Even I know how YouTube can get. Almost lost my page a couple times over YouTube nonsense. Anyway, keep going.
Go to the kill count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies and show you how they were made. I'm James A. Janice.
I'm Chelsea Rebecca.
And I'm Zoran. Only works if I'm set to channel 3 Gavoyage.
And today, we're looking at VHS 2, released in 2013. All right, guys, same plan, swapping out for segments. Go! Dead Meat Video!
Lord.
With the financial success of the first VHS, a sequel was quickly put together. The original producing team returned: Gary Binko, Bloody Disgusting's Brad Miska, and the Collective's Roxanne Benjamin. They were joined by VHS 1 filmmakers Adam Wingard and Simon Barrett, who also returned to make a couple of the segments. The others were made by found footage founders, action franchise filmmakers, and a kill count veteran. VHS 2 follows a similar narrative as the first film. The wraparound even takes place inside the same house. But instead of pervy hooligans, we follow a pair of private eyes on the hunt for a missing person. They wind up finding a stash of VHS tapes and, as you probably could have guessed, get to watching them. Instead of the run and gun style of the original VHS, the sequel was more planned out and developed. The segments were all shot pretty much simultaneously, and the filmmakers got to read each other's scripts to avoid having too much in common. There were some concerns about the overuse of GoPros between segments, especially with the model they had access to.
We all had like old GoPros, and those things are
very difficult.
Yeah, you can't do playback on them or anything. You have to put it in the computer anytime you want to watch something back. It just really sucks.
Oh, I feel you there, guys. That's how we had to shoot Drunk Disney right around the same time. People who were at those live streams know. Shout out in the comments! Much like the first film, the directors were given complete creative control. And much like the first film, it worked out pretty well. VHS 2 has a much faster pace than the low-key, gritty DIY original. It ups the action and gore and has better scares, I think, even if they're more traditional than the first movie's slow burn creepiness. And while it occasionally bros out, it's not the all-encompassing aesthetic this time around. Instead of a litany of horny camera holders, we've got creepy cults, alien abductions, and a full-on first-person zombie outbreak. The segments are filmed in more creative ways, with better justifications for the continuous recording. I think it's by far the best of the original trilogy. It feels the most dialed in on the formula, and has the highest average quality across its segments. Can this camcorder creep a-
Oh, here we go.
What the?
Ad time.
Ugh. Hello? Where am I?
Human, do not be alarmed. We are simply after information. Comply and you shall be returned.
Look, I don't know anything that you might want.
Falsehoods! We seek the human service, the Keeps.
Oh, like today's sponsor, Keeps?
Yes, the provider of clinically proven treatments for preventing hair loss, stimulating hair growth, or keeping better care of the hair you have.
Yeah, that's what they do. They offer both FDA-approved treatments for hair loss, plus a 2-in-1 option that combines both. It's why over the last 6 years, 1 million people experiencing hair loss have trusted Keeps for treatment. You know, because whether people want to rock the bald look or keep their luscious locks, it should be their choice, not biology's.
Yes, we shall be freed of our biological chains. Tell us more.
Okay, well, they've recently added a daily hair defense supplement to their offerings, which includes a doctor-formulated mix of vitamins and minerals alongside saw palmetto extract that is clinically proven to stabilize hair loss and promote hair growth.
Now give us the master key to access this human luxury.
No, you don't actually need a master key, but you can get up to 50% off a 3-month plan by going to keeps.com/deadmeat or clicking the link in the description. That's keeps.com/deadmeat.
You have served us well, human. We shall scrub your mind and return you.
No, can I remember this though? Yeah. Can this camcorder creepathon outperform the original in terms of kills? Let's find out and get to them. The movie begins with, wait, tits? Do I have the right movie? Are we sure this is really VHS? Yes, it is. And this one's even got a dong waving around. That's not new either, though. That one dude was flopping all over the place in amateur night. This voyeuristic video is being captured by creepy cameraman Larry, but he's not some perv. Or at least he's not just some perv. Leisure Suit Larry and his girlfriend Aisha are actually private investigators. The motel dong waver was their client's husband, and they just caught him having an affair. Larry sleazes it up more when he tries to double dip with blackmail.
My problem is, if I show it to her, she stops paying me. So I was thinking you might want to make a counteroffer there.
The couple is hired by a mom to investigate her missing college kid named Kyle. They take their GoPro and a button cam for good POV footage and break into Kyle's house, finding it mostly desolate. Except for a room full of TVs, of course. That's how you know it's a VHS movie. Well, that and the boobs. Larry spots a fresh fleck of the red stuff, but doesn't mention it before leaving to check out the rest of the house. He discovers Kyle's bedroom has even more tapes in it, as well as some notebooks filled with serial killer handwriting. Larry stops to read them, not noticing a figure watching him. Spooky! In the meantime, Aisha goes through Kyle's laptop, which is playing tape 56 from the first film. She reacts like all of us did too. Kyle's meant to be the grandson of the old man from that segment. You can spot photos of him around the apartment. Aisha finds Kyle's VHS vlogging channel, which was recorded from the exact spot she's in right now.
It's third or fourth generation from the quality. I got it from some guy down in Little Armenia.
I guess this guy will suffice while I wait for the next VHS video from Brutal Moose. You the goat, Ian? Aisha finds the tape Kyle's talking about and settles in to watch it as that unknown figure walks in to join her. The first tape, Phase 1 clinical trials, blinks to life in a doctor's office. The camera here is a Black Mirror-esque ocular implant in the eye socket of a guy named Herman. He lost his original eye in a car accident and agreed to have this experimental one put in. His doctor warns him that there may be technical glitches. Oh, and also, the company that made it will monitor and record everything he sees.
So you guys are gonna sit around and watch me take shits?
I'd say that's a fair compromise, Mr. Middleton.
Careful not to watch any movies, dude. You don't want your eyes getting caught.
First one, like I said, when I saw on Count Down, was just the kills and like the whole details of the story. So this will be pretty interesting. That's why I'm like, oh, like I never saw it before because I didn't see the full story of it. So let's keep going.
Copyright struck. Herman shrugs off the invasion of privacy and heads home. While getting ready for bed, he discovers a body-shaped lump lying under his sheets. Turns out it's a whole lot of nothing. That is, until he gets jump scared by a Michael Cera-looking ghost. I loved you as Alan! He assumes his implant is just wigging out, and, he's probably right. Ah, never mind, scary little ghost girl! It's enough to shock him into being Mr. Frog.
Hello?
Hello. The character of Herman was originally written for YouTuber James Rolfe, the angry video game nerd, but he had to turn it down to work on his own feature film. With no time to recast, acting duties fell to the segment's director Adam Wingard, who also directed the first film's wraparound, Tape 56. That segment and this one were both written by Simon Barrett, who also wrote and directed Tape 49, this movie's wraparound. Wingard wanted a more ambitious found footage idea, in contrast to Tape 56's gritty authenticity. He was inspired to go high-tech after reading about a guy with a camera implanted in his eye. With the help of production designer Tom Hammock, the two developed Herman's character as an idiotic version of Wingard. He's a video game dev who only recently came into money, hence his messy but lavish home.
It would be a version of me if I just suddenly had millions of dollars overnight.
The next morning, he finds a young woman at his front door. This is Clarissa. She was at the hospital yesterday and saw Herman's robo-eye. She says that she knows what he's going through and that she's here to help.
Do you have any beer?
And have a beer, I guess, but mostly to help.
I'll just take a beer then.
You can have a beer later.
Just give me a beer.
Okay, goddamn. Clarissa gets her precious beer and explains what her whole deal is. She was born deaf, but got a cochlear implant from the same company that made Herman's new eye. While he's been seeing ghosts, Clarissa's been hearing them.
There's a little girl here. I heard her crying when I came in.
She theorizes that everyone has the ability to perceive the dead, but that their implants have heightened their senses. The more you interact with them, the more they can do the same. That sucks when there are naked ghosts like Clarissa's uncle hanging around. Man, put on a sheet or something. Thankfully, now that she's got her beer, Clarissa can help the Herman.
I know how to make him go away.
All right, cool. What you got? Some kind of ghost repellent or... Oh, you're showing your boobs. Yeah, probably should have guessed that by now. Herman doesn't mind and sneaks into the bathroom afterward to put in a request with his ocular overlords.
I want a copy of that footage. I want you to put it on a disc or something, but don't watch it.
While the chip in Herman's eye was achieved with a contact lens, shooting his POV proved to be a challenge. Wingard shot with a red Epic camera on a body rig that sat on his shoulder. It was a little unwieldy, which is why he sometimes has to go through door frames sideways. Whenever Herman's looking in a mirror, it's actually a composite of two separate shots. One of the mirror with tracking marks on it, and another of Wingard matching his own performance. I still don't 100% understand how it worked. To me, that shit seems like magic. Wingard was apprehensive about doing VFX, but he forced himself to learn, knowing it might come in handy later in his career. That prediction turned out to be very true. His most recent films were the last two Godzilla Kong movies. Herman soon finds that same lumpy shape in his bed. Maybe it's Clarissa this time? Nope, scary little ghost girl. Damn it! Fear and panic ensued, during which a supernatural force drags Clarissa through the house and into Herman's fountain pool. Come here! He tries his best to get her out, but he's unable to save her before she drowns at the bottom.
Oh, man.
R.I.P. Clarissa. For the record,
I'm trying to get my recognition from Ebu, man, since Tyrone got his, man. Yeah, man, for real. So Tyrone Mad's getting that recognition on Ebu, but his Shout Count voice. I want to get recognized for my Scorpion voice. If not, oh well.
Your eyes were just as pretty as your boobs. Herman runs inside and is beset by ghosts in the living room, in the bedroom. Oh man, they're everywhere. It's not spelled out in the movie, but I think this duo might be the other victims from Herman's car accident. Or maybe they're just random fucking ghosts. I don't know. The segment keeps it ambiguous. Herman is cornered in the bathroom. He decides to saw trap himself and take his eye out with a Sweeney Todd razor. Impressively, and disgustingly, he goes through with it. But just because he can't see the ghosts, don't mean they're not there. The elder spook grabs his implant and kills him by feeding him his electric eyeball. Back in the wraparound, Bangs Ahoy doesn't like what she saw.
It couldn't have been reals.
Wait, I'm sorry, did you just say it couldn't have been reals?
Couldn't have been reals.
Okay. Aisha and Larry watch more of Kyle's vlog, where he says that viewing his tapes in a certain order can have effects on your mind. Kyle is played by Elsie Holt, who appeared as Lamb Mask in Wingard and Barrett's You're Next. Larry wants to keep combing through Kyle's creepy journals, so he tells Aisha to keep watching the tapes. And just try not to get traumatized, okay?
Your next spot might end up being in the playing pool just cause, yo. Just saying. Or I could make it a bonus as part of this franchise. I'll comment down below what we think I should do.
Fact about Kelly Abbott, the actress that plays Aisha. She's actually written video games like Disney Illusion Island and the underappreciated Battletoads reboot.
Wow.
Isn't that neat, James?
He left.
James? Well, I guess I'll do the next one. Aisha pops in the next segment, A Ride in the Park, which is filmed using GoPro cameras. Cyclist Mike Sullivan has a couple on his helmet and handlebars, which gives us various angles as he ditches having breakfast with his horny girlfriend.
You know, you ride that bike more than you ride me.
Oof, sorry sister, the only bangaranging he's interested in is this sweet dubstep track. His ride is cut short when he comes across a... Oh, whoa! Wait, is that a Doublemint twin? No, it's just an injured woman. Mike tries to help. Yeah, maybe don't squeeze her injured arm, man. Don't do that. Well, it doesn't matter anyway, because this lady's in a bad way. Reverse feeding herself some chocolate pudding. She's been attacked by this horde of shambling Zed-heads, which turns Mike into a not-so-softly speaking Teddy Roosevelt.
I got a big fucking stick!
Thanks to what must have been a zombie bite, the woman's been infected and turns into one of the undead, putting her on the count. She chomps into Mike's throat before he manages to gain the upper hand and beat her with a black rock. And just a reminder that post-infected zombie deaths are counted as separate kills. You know the drill by now. Mike runs off as the zombies approach. Hey, tie those entrails or you're gonna trip. He tries to stumble to safety in the woods only to give us a first-person Team America reenactment. Damn it, Gary. Mike eventually collapses and dies from his injuries, meaning, thank Romero, we're about to have a zombie POV movie. Hell yeah! His body is found by a couple of bikers wearing green screen outfits so that we can key in fun t-shirts. Ooh, Big Johnston in life forms. That's so obscure. These two are probably the most helpful and mature people you could hope to help you. So it's sad when Mike gets cheeky with the guy. Mike attacks the woman as well and bites her leg before she's able to run off. Now, since Mike's a little newborn baby zombie, he doesn't know not to eat his own arm. Stupid. And that's a wallet, silly. You can't eat that either. You're so cute. He eventually develops the proper taste for finger food and starts helping himself to a little human haggis. Some chest chitlins, just fucking guts, man. Mike is eventually joined by the other biker who zombified off screen in the woods.
I like how they like how they essentially is like VHS, just like them. That's pretty cool.
Now we're all friends. Mike, Josh, and Heather then aimlessly wander the woods without a map. Wait, wrong movie, but the right filmmakers. That's right, this segment was co-directed by found footage forefathers Eduardo Sanchez and Greg Hale, who made The Blair Witch Project. Hale was the co-producer and Sanchez co-wrote and co-directed that Citizen Kane of found footage. Like The Blair Witch, A Ride in the Park was filmed in Maryland, near where Sanchez lived. Set activities included pushing over a tree and then getting hit in the head by said tree. This short has a darkly hilarious cut to camcorder footage from a nearby kid's birthday party, where the birthday girl is played by Sanchez's daughter.
Alright, hold on a second. I'm back. Wife and son came in, so I have to help them out real quick. Though I'm gonna finish this out, then check on some food. But anyway, we want to check out here. Let's keep continuing the VHS 2. Let's get it.
They've barely blown out the candles before the two feeds converge and it becomes a dead man's party. Who could ask for more? Well, Mike, for one, as he gifts himself a little flesh present. But not like a gross thing like a fleshlight. He ate the guy's face. You're watching the footage. His zombie biker buddies keep the parents in mind as they tuck into a mom trying to flee. Mike is beaten back by a pissed-off Target employee with a bat, but looks like his melee weapon's durability bar wears out after 2 hits, allowing these zombies to kill off this red shirt. The camera cuts to early iPhone footage from a teen who is attacked and killed by a zombie played by Roxanne Benjamin. Benjamin produced the first 2 VHSs and would later direct segments in fellow anthology films Southbound and XX. Meanwhile, Batter Dad was played by Ryan Scott Thomas, who played Officer Kennedy in President's Day, that low-budget slasher covered on the channel before I worked here.
Oh, and a new Blu-ray just came out that features the kill count as a special feature.
Yeah, well, there's also a kill count on the new Dude Bro Party Massacre Blu-ray coming out in October, huh? See? I can do fun free promotion as well.
Nice.
Man.
Yeah. Friends. A family dodges into a caravan as Kiss the Cook sticks Mike in the face with a meat fork. Holy fork and shirt balls! He continues his attack but is stopped when he catches a glimpse of himself in the window, like he's a freshly leaped Dr. Sam Beckett. Al, will I ever leap home?
Got him.
Nope, as he's shot by a boomstick boy who then takes out 2 other zombies with a pair of headshots. He runs out of ammo though and gets killed by a 3rd. Mike surveys the damage, which includes a background extra killed in the chaos, and then he finds a teddy bear to have a picnic with. But beneath the trees, he doesn't see this car. Boom! The hit and run inadvertently butt dials his girlfriend, who's unaware of his current condition.
I love you, baby. Can't wait for you
Still sounds pretty horny though. But that call reminds Mike of his humanity. At least enough for him to go all Jordy Verrill with this shotgun, since he's got a new dubstep song stuck in his head.
Oh no!
He blows his helmet cam clean off his head, and also blows his head off his head. Well, that's one way to get a song out of your head. As the tape ends, Larry returns to find Aisha doing an Andrew WK makeup tutorial. He thinks her nosebleed is from a migraine or something, because he's an idiot. Oh, and I guess she's also hypnotized.
I don't feel like moving.
Oh yeah, that's how I felt binge watching Arcane Season 1. Can't wait for Season 2. Larry then leaves the house to go to a pharmacy, telling Aisha to, just stay here and keep watching tapes by herself. Well, luckily, she's not gonna be alone for long.
Uh-oh.
Are you okay, dude?
Your nose, oh Lord.
Oh, it's probably just a migraine. I should go to the pharmacy. You just stay right here and watch some tapes by yourself.
Hey, Chelsea turn.
Okay, feel better, buddy.
The third segment, Safe Haven, follows a documentary crew in Indonesia and is quite possibly the best segment in the entire VHS franchise. The filmmaking team consists of producer Lena, her fiance Malik, Malik's best friend Adam, and cameraman Joni. They're investigating a cult known as Paradise Gates. They've been invited to visit their compound by their mysterious leader known as Father. They promise a neutral depiction to gain access, but also have hidden little button cams to keep filming at all times. It's a great way to sidestep the issue of characters continuing to film as shit gets wild.
The process of having those button cams is so that it's constantly recording, and so the characters themselves completely forget that they're wearing them.
The team meets their contact, who calls herself Madam, and are led on a tour of the compound. It's full of creepy photos and Blair Witch stick figures. Oh, and security cams. Great, those will come in handy later. Further underground is a whole community of cultists with classrooms to teach children in their beliefs. Safe Haven stands apart from the other segments thanks to its extensive use of Indonesian dialogue. It was co-written and co-directed by Indonesian filmmaker Timo Chayanto, who approached it from a horror perspective. His co-creator, Welsh filmmaker Gareth Evans, brought a more action movie sensibility. Makes sense, since Evans is probably best known for The Raid and Raid 2. He'd revisit cult horror with 2018's Apostle. They shot this segment over 12 days in Jakarta, using 4 or 5 different locations they had to make look like a single compound. Their cinematographer, Abdul Dermawan Habir, was highly inspired by Rec, and had to sort of play all the characters, since he was the one wearing the camera most of the time. The crew is led to Father's office to begin their interview, but Lena suddenly starts feeling sick and has to step outside. She's cornered in the classroom by Madam before she's rescued by Adam, who interrupts all that boring culty pablum. Back in the office, one of the cameras starts dying, so Malik leaves to grab a new battery. While going through the equipment, he overhears Lena talking to Adam through a video feed from her hidden camera. He learns that the two are having an affair, and that Lena has become pregnant with Adam's child.
He's the finest, and he's my fiancé.
She intends on telling Malik and raising the child without Adam, who storms off in anger. Meanwhile, Joni and Father are just kinda hanging out. It's not that comfortable kind of silence, though. It's straight up awkward as hell. Their chill sesh is interrupted by the chiming of distant bells. Father jumps into action, broadcasting on his intercom about the time of reckoning. When Joni interrupts him one too many times, Father strips down and attacks him with a box cutter. He stabs him in the neck and then slits his throat. R.I.P. Joni. You had a real nice head of hair, man. Father's announcement has kicked off a buzz of activity throughout the compound. Lena sees the classroom kids enjoying some refreshing Kool-Aid. Or is it Flavor Aid? No aid for her, though, as she's captured by Madam and a quartet of nurses. Adam's wandering around and stumbles upon some saw meat curtains. Behind them, he discovers a gory gynecology office with a female patient who's been left looking like a hollowed-out turkey. She's still kind of alive here, but I'm assuming not for long. He escapes and finds that classroom now full of bodies. How'd they die? Well, I'd love to tell you, but I also don't want this to get age-restricted and ruin our momentum right now. Thanks, YouTube. Malik runs back into the compound to try and save his crew. He comes across a room full
Whoever watched this, comment down what happened.
of dead cultists when one surviving member is shotgunned down right in front of him. When the attacker turns his attention to him, Malik fights back and manages to take his face off with the weapon. He's soon captured by more armed guards, who knock him out and drag him away. Adam eventually finds his friend at the end of a line of other holdouts who are being executed in turn. Adam's unable to help as the guard paints with Malik's brains before using his own to cover the ceiling. Adam is drawn further inside by the sound of Lena screaming. She's being carried underground by the Madam and her nurses, all led by a giddy, bloody father. Adam arms himself with a broken pole and goes after them, only to get knocked back by an explosion. It releases some kind of ceiling crawler. Hey, that thing looks cool. Oh, okay. Bye. Father walks out to greet Adam, looking like the little bloody boy from When Evil Lurks. He starts muttering and convulsing before he explodes into blood and guts. Whoa, that was unexpected and awesome. Adam wades through Father's remains and reaches the cult's sacrificial altar, where Lena is being held by Madam. Adam charges at Madam and knocks her to the ground, then proceeds to beat her to death off screen. He then gets to work on her assistants, who I think are dying here. I mean, they look pretty messed up, and the dude is literally ripping their hands off to get them away from the altar. Adam tries to rescue Lena, but notices something pecking at her.
Oh God! Yeah!
Adam gets the fuck out of there as a horned beast emerges from his lover. Alarms blare throughout the compound as Adam finds the cultists have risen up as legions of the undead. Wait, we're doing zombies now?
Again?
Fights through them, all the while pursued by that postpartum minotaur. Yeah, there's a minotaur.
Whoa!
Okay, we're officially in American Horror Story territory. He encounters zombified versions of Joni and Malik, the latter of whom he puts down a second time with a head bashing. Adam finally makes it outside to their car and starts speeding away from the compound. As he drives, he hears the stampeding minotaur off in the woods. His escape is cut short when the monster emerges and rams his car off the road. Adam wakes up and crawls out of the wreckage just in time to hear his furry friend's first word. Oh,
Papa.
Yeah, Adam did impregnate Lena. So, Adam, you are the father. The revelation drives him insane, and the segment ends as he breaks down laughing like a maniac. Back in the framing narrative, Larry gets back from fucking Walgreens to find Aisha dead on the floor. Not sure how. Is that a gunshot wound? She's left behind a final...
Whoo! This is, whew. And I'll watch some of this, well, to get a better understanding of this. Whoo! Oh, man.
Tape for it. And since that was given to him by his partner, I'm gonna have mine take over for this segment.
There you go.
Gotta do something about these transitions.
I know.
Yeah, what I say it.
More movies to do them for.
Yeah, what I say, like, wasn't her turn? Should have been doing what the last one, but.
Instead of dealing with his dead girlfriend, Larry pops in our final tape, Slumber
Final
Party
tape.
Alien Abduction. It begins with two teen boy robots, victims of an art department that made costumes a little too good for these guys to have made themselves. The cameraman here is actually a very cute dog whose name is Tank and belongs to brothers Gary and Randy. Tank is a good boy and he's fine this entire segment, okay? He doesn't die,
Good.
and it's not traumatizing. Randy and Gary are being left alone at their lakeside house while their parents go on a trip. Predictably, they blow off their chores and invite their friends Sean and Danny over. Their older sister Jen has friends over too, including her douchey boyfriend Zach. By the way, what the fuck is that on their front porch? A life-size Gordon's Fisherman is certainly a design choice. A bunch of kids I can't tell apart show up and they engage in your standard summer antics, like soaking Jen's friends with water guns filled with piss. Wait, ew. It does feel like a cosmic injustice that these kids never get to play Fortnite. We see a glimpse of an alien early on, but he says, never mind after how sick that cannonball is. After they put the most loathsome child in a dog crate and leave him as a sacrifice for the Gordon's Fisherman statue that comes alive at night, they return to tormenting Jen. And then aliens drive a freight train into the house. Somehow Jen and Zach blame the boys for the bone-shattering blast, so they chase them outside and confiscate their camera. We return from this brief alien interlude to Jen and Zach getting revenge by attaching the camera back onto Tank, who, I will remind you, is fine and survives, okay? He does! And so the tormentees become the tormentors. Slumber Party's back on track. Also, everyone's vernacular is just a bunch of gross words pulled out of a hat, and I love it.
Your sister's gonna be so pissed.
Yeah, she's probably gonna shit out her badge.
Yes, that is where poop comes out of. If these kids seem like real kids, that's cause they were. It was the first acting gig for pretty much all of them. They're interrupted by another round of horns and lights, this time accompanied by some otherworldly visitors.
Children, you are under 18 and should not be in possession of adult material.
Zach arms himself and leaves to investigate, only to get tackled by an intruder.
Ooh.
When Jen goes after him, more otherworldly party crashers pounce on the boys. We're treated to a claustrophobic POV as Gary is dragged in his sleeping bag into the lake. This one shot here is the perfect example of a less is more style scare that's often the highlight of a VHS segment, especially that transition to there being water in here all of a sudden. This was the last thing filmed for this segment, and while shooting it, the police showed up. The kid actor's dad had to explain explain everything to the cops, including, I'm assuming, the fact that aliens are real. Good boy Tank, who is fine, manages to get out and join Jen and Randy, who've so far evaded the extraterrestrial attackers. Jen finds Gary, who drowned while he was trapped in his sleeping bag, but hold off on the kill graphic because in a race against time, they administer CPR to their brother as aliens crawl down the dock towards them. They manage to revive him just in time and run away into the surrounding forest, pursued by 3 aliens who are another planet's radio silence showing up at the wrong place for a Halloween party. Slumber Party Alien Abduction was directed by Canadian filmmaker Jason Eisner, who also did Treevenge. Watch that kill count. Eisner co-wrote the segment with longtime friend John Davies and based it on a childhood fear of aliens after watching Fire in the Sky. Eisner and Davies previously collaborated on the Grindhouse trailer Hobo with a Shotgun, which they later adapted into a feature film. They did the same with this segment in 2022 with the feature-length Kids vs. Aliens, which was nominated for a Prime Rib for Best Kill. The siblings managed to evade the invaders until Tank decides to start yapping at them. Tank was played by Eisner's family dog Riley, who was well-behaved but didn't take direction very well. Halfway through their 4-day shoot, Riley ate too many hot dogs and was too full to film. Relatable. They made a puppet to replace him, and most of the canine POV shots from the latter half of the short are done using an elf doll. Kinda like this one. I had to give him a fashy buzz cut because Molly kept eating his hair. The kids run towards what appear to be police sirens until they disappear and are revealed to be more aliens, who then capture Randy. Is impersonating the cops a felony on every planet? Much to think about here. I won't put alien abductions on the count, by the way, since they might be keeping them alive for science experiment purposes, and this isn't a capture count. Jen and Gary run to nearby stables with the aliens close behind. Gary manages to climb into the rafters, but Jen doesn't make it as she's swarmed by gray men. Upstairs isn't much safer since Gary is pulled through the roof by a tractor beam, clutching his camera dog by the paws. He eventually loses his grip on Tank, but then Tank survives. That's the end. The dog's fine. This is actually the last shot of the movie. Kind of a
and no kids was killed, just captured. Thank God.
Departure from the style and an abrupt tonal shift, but I respect the director's vision. This is a real thing that actually happens in this. Don't fact check it. For absolutely no reason, I feel the need to go hug Molly. So,
Please do.
Hun, can you?
Yeah. Yeah, you're thinking about that dead dog, aren't you?
Tank is fine!
We're back with Lonely Larry and his dead girlfriend. Womp womp. He decides to go ahead and finish Kyle's vlog, where after a YouTubery sign-off,
thanks for watching,
Kyle suddenly finds himself with a lot of jaw pain. That's what happens when you don't say be good people. Larry continues watching as Kyle stumbles away and hides from, wait, Larry and Aisha walking in a few hours ago? Guess that explains the blood Larry found earlier. Aisha suddenly sits up, which Larry seems weirdly nonplussed about. Dude, your girlfriend's a zombie. The undead Aisha attacks him, and a neck snap only makes her scarier. Larry hides away in the bedroom closet and manages to shoot her when she shows her face. But the real threat is Kyle, who's chilling in the dark with him. The Gurgly Boy ends the movie by strangling Larry to death. Then he boosts his engagement by giving this video a thumbs up. Like and subscribe. How many direct-to-video victims were sent direct to hell? Let's find out and get to the numbers.
There's no tape.
Oh, that's because I hid it from you. We're not watching any more murder tapes, okay? And you're never gonna find it because it's in some place only a tiny dog with a GoPro could find.
Molly! Come on, Molly! Come on, Molly! Come on, baby! Come here,
They got no shoes in the house room.
I'm not even mad.
Yeah, she's so cute.
Oh, Benton.
Okay, little light is on. This is just in case something goes wrong, or if James and Chelsea ever decide to fire me. James has concerns about how the Willy Wonka kill count will do, so he has sent me to buy views for the day of release. Cool.
Willy Wonka kill count. Did I miss a Deadly Willy Wonka or the one with Giant Depp?
Oh, fuck, they're here. Okay. If anything happens, tell Ryan Johnson I love him. Hi.
Oh!
I'm Ben.
That's homie from Scream, the newer Scream.
Okay.
I find it's a lot better in case things get crazy. Not that anything will go crazy. I mean, we have a professional dead meat employee here.
Oh, you know the channel?
Oh yeah, yeah. I used to watch your videos all the time. I think I was even subscribed at one point.
Nice.
But hey, I totally understand. Sometimes you gotta buy some views. I actually have a channel myself.
Cool. That's great.
Well, it's really more of a podcast. Now, here, take out your phone.
Hold on a second. I'm back. I had to make sure everything was okay up there. Anyway, let's keep going.
It's called Squeals and Deals. That's with an N and an apostrophe and then 2 Z's.
Oh,
It's
shoot.
really fun. It's like footage of shady deals just going awry. It's really funny. Unless you're in the video, then I think it's just kind of sad.
Yeah. Well, I subscribed just now.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
New fan
well, we
right
should
here.
collaborate. Although, I imagine that'd be a little messy for you.
Uh-oh.
I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. It's totally fine. You're totally fine. Jonesy, why don't we,
I thought we weren't going to do real names.
All right. Well, I guess your views will become available the second the video goes live.
Perfect. Thank you. It's been great. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure's
Subscribed.
all mine. That's very sweet.
Yeah.
All right. See you around.
Hey, this thing's empty. Son of a bitch.
Uh-oh.
Son of a bitch,
man. Come on.
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
Oh, shit.
This is gonna make a great fucking episode.
We counted 59 kills in VHS 2, with 33 male victims and 26 female victims. There were some zombies in there, but we'll mix them all together for this press play pie chart. This was a massive jump in kills compared to the first movie, and if you're interested in how the kills broke down per segment, look no further. Once again, a segment had 0 kills, since we didn't count abductions in the alien.
Thank God.
With a runtime of 96 minutes, VHS 2 had a kill on average every 1.
So this is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be the golden chase
And
hole.
with 5 segments, including the wraparound, the movie
Those
had
are
an
good-
average of
good amount of
11.8
candidates.
kills per segment. We'll give the golden chainsaw for coolest kill to Faja. The entirety of Safe Haven is a demonic,
this blows,
demonetizing
yes.
deluge of death, but its villain gets the best send-off with that messy, wet explosion. Dome Machete for lamest kill will go to Larry, since you never want to see the scumbag character go out in such a bloodless way.
And that's it.
VHS 2 was released in 2013 and was unfortunately followed by VHS Viral.
We'll look at that in 2 weeks, but until next time, I'm James A. Janice.
All right, so
I'm
what's
Chelsea
next week,
Rebecca.
And I'm a man who still has a Blockbuster video card.
This has been the Kill Count.
On the next Kill Count.
Oui, well, bonjour, ma mite petite, and welcome to New Orleans, home of our famous ghost tour.
This is gonna be fun.
Take the
Oh,
scare
shit.
bus to the scare boat, and the scare boat to the scare bayou, where you can meet a local legend.
What do you want?
No, not him. Victor Crowley!
Holy shit!
So what? Hatchet is a down and
Holy
dirty.
shit!
I mean dirty.
Haven't you seen enough boobs?
Not here we haven't.
You're curious?
It stars everyone's favorite Voorhees Kane Hodder as the title-wielding Victor Crowley. And he's got an axe to grind with these pesky tourists in his swamp.
You're not even from here.
Yeah, you got me there. The film doesn't have much in the way of plot.
That was mean.
But hey, it's got quippy dialogue, funny characters, and holy hell, some gory kills. Just wet,
yes.
fleshy,
You
nasty.
got that right.
Don't want to know.
I so do.
This week, do some sightseeing of Louisiana's majestic wildlife. Beautiful weather.
Are we singing?
And colorful locals. Then on Friday, throw some beads out for the kill count, only on Dead Meat.
Tell me
is
this
Friday
is part of
13.
the tour.
Hatchet can currently
And
be
funny,
watched
it's on the 13th.
Dead Meat always recommends you watch the movie for yourself before its kill count. It's the only way to have your own fully informed
Holy shit! So yeah, you already saw my build to the reaction to kills and that. and it was gruesome. So I don't mind seeing it censored out, but still. Oh man, now we get the story behind the Victor Crowley movies. Oh yes, Hatchet movies. Oh yes. Oh man.
Opinion. Kill counts are never meant to replace the experience of watching a film.
Thanks a lot for watching this kill count for VHS
Oh
2.
man.
Shout out to Brandman.
I don't know. I might have to push. I don't know. I'm the man. I might push back the poll just for that, cause oh man, this is gonna be tough. We gotta think. Should I put it in the poll or just say fuck it and do it next week? Let me know. Other than that, though, oh man. Anyway, if you like my reaction to the VHS 2, and definitely my excitement for seeing that Hatchet's gonna be on the kill count, Dead Meat is coming to Dead Meat. Oh, the references gonna be crazy. As you know, a lot of old school horror legends are in this as well too. Along other than Tony Down, Robin Englund, I think somebody else as well too. The only going to do the other one with the girl from Sleepaway Camp gonna be in it. You know, the one that got the payback. Other than that, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's your boy T-Pierce signing off. One love.